What level am I? 25. I was actually super low level for where I was in the story. I was encountering like level 30 mobs and I was like level 17. So I was like, yeah, I should probably go like level up some stuff because I am way too low level for this shit. Yo, Tiki, thank you for the 2 months. I appreciate that. And Lim, no, I have not, actually.
They build a monument to
Keeper
the people they
Aquilus,
lost,
can
but
we
not
have
the
a
people
moment?
they killed.
Oh, Mateo. It's been too long. How are your parents? Your mother still struggling with that azalea garden?
No, she figured that out a while ago. Had to adjust the pH levels in the soil. But, Keeper, I didn't
The
come to
level
catch up.
70 ships, yeah.
Oh. Well, what's on both your minds?
Space combat, yeah. Well, the thing is, there's okay, so I don't know how much you upgraded your ship or if you spent time in the shipbuilder, but you need to, because if you don't, then the Frontier is just not equipped for any of that shit.
Oh, yeah. How humanity comes together. How we are to love each other even as our universe becomes even more complex.
That's not exactly what we mean. Keeper, when you talk about unity, well, does it mean anything else? Something secret?
Perhaps we should talk about this inside.
Spent time upgrading, almost mainly focusing on ship perks. Yeah. Yeah, so like I went, so I stole, for my like role-playing side of this game, naturally following the meme of RE4, I'm a businessman, and I am in the business of stealing pirate ships and selling them for profit. So like I'm in commerce and I'm in like a couple other perks to try to optimize how much money I get from it. I might have gotten a little off the rails with it though, and I ended up stealing a colonist ship, and this ship was fucking loaded. Like its raw value, which I can't sell it for that much, but its raw value is worth like 120,000 credits. It's fucking insane. It only sells for like 30 or 40,000, but it's got some fucking insane shit on it, so I've just been building it up from there and just adding to it. I registered it and everything, but I haven't stolen any more innocent people's ships after this one. It was too good to pass up. Had to launder it, yeah.
Now that we have a little privacy, why don't you tell me exactly what it is that brought you two here?
We've lost people, Keeper.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. And these Starborn, I take it they're different from the
Had
people
to stop at
of
one
the
point to get your
settled
ship stuff
systems?
upgraded. Definitely the biggest
There have
roadblock
always
was
been
any space
mysteries that
combat,
seem
yeah.
to defy our
I've gotten a lot
understanding
better
of
at the
the
space combat these last,
Beyond
like,
rational thought.
basically today is kind of where my big
life
breakthrough
as an
was on
act
it.
of
My
someone
ship is pretty
else's
well kitted. I haven't had
faithfulness.
any issues with it since
There's
I
no
upgraded
way
my
of
ship, but
knowing
yeah.
who we will become, and yet
I've been trying to,
risk
like,
is made
sort of
anyway.
divert my perks,
So
though, as
you
I've leveled
pushed
up to
into
try to
the
focus
unknown,
more on
not
space
knowing
combat,
where
though.
it would take
I haven't
you.
leveled up any combat perks,
it's
and
brought you
with Andrea in my team, she just fucking one-taps anything that she shoots. She's so strong.
I think I can. If you're willing to find your way in the dark for a bit longer, I can give you a path to discovering its meaning. There's an old story,
Oh, God.
far older
I don't
than
think
the
that this guy
Sanctum
knows what we're
Universal,
talking about with Unity.
of someone who walked the settled systems and saw every corner of it. This pilgrim claimed he found the true meaning of unity. I always thought of it as just a parable for trying to bring humanity together, but maybe it's more.
Maybe this pilgrim was a
I'm
Starborn.
not sure if he was. But if what you're looking for is connected, then anything might be possible.
Yo, sounds good, Trey. Thank you again for the raid, dude. I appreciate it.
In my story, the pilgrim met the founders of the House of Enlightenment and the enigmatic cult of the Varun. And he gave them each a part of the truth. Then he goes to his final resting place to live out the rest of his days in contemplation of infinitum addendum, his addition or contribution to the infinite.
Is that right?
But what if the story isn't a metaphor, but a code? A way of finding the pilgrim again, or at least his grave.
Maybe.
I agree. I think you need to talk to them about this Unity Pilgrim. And clearly, not just in a theological sense, as I have. Oh yes, typically. But there is a lone zealot that was captured recently for attacking UC ships. I've visited her a couple of times. Hopefully, she'll be willing to talk to you as well. And if you need directions to the Enlightened, they have a branch in the Well helping the poorest citizens of New Atlantis find a better life for themselves.
I'll stay here with the Keeper. We need
Perhaps.
to catch up. And I wouldn't mind asking him a few more questions.
Alright, well, don't have a ton of options or leads at this point, but this is what we got, so. Need to take a short break here in a second to fill up my water, but I will do that after we finish up this part of the quest. Also, I need to sell some stuff, and I need to repair my ship because I forgot to do that earlier. The selling side. Really don't want to sell resources. $665. I'll sell them for less. It's fine.
Anything you need to
Not a big
offload?
deal.
Trader, need some work
Yeah,
done?
I need to repair my ship.
Sure thing.
Really desperate for cash right now,
It's been a while
so.
since we had a chance to catch up.
I'm doing okay.
Well, I wouldn't say desperate for cash, but
Of course, the United Colonies is paying close attention.
I want to have money and I don't want to be encumbered, so, you know, that sort of thing. Do I have skill points available? I do. I kind of want to. Oh, let's see. We're gonna go ahead and do starship design. I have lung damage. Let's go ahead and fix that.
Hi, how you doing?
Well, hello.
A visitor? I have all the company I need.
I reckon you do. That is the single loneliest statement I've ever
Jokes.
heard.
You come to hear about Varun. Like the guards, like the Keeper. The Great Serpent waits in the shadows. He will entwine the universe, and all but the faithful will be made as dust. That is the truth. No more, no less. Yes, I have
Pilgrim.
spoken to your keeper about this. I will tell you what I told him, and then you will leave me. Jinan Varun meets the unbeliever. He gives false prophecy to Jinan. But such is Jinan's conviction in the Great Serpent, he does not hesitate. He cuts the unbeliever down.
Okay.
But the unbeliever returns. Jinan realizes the Great Serpent is testing him, and he will not be found wanting. 4 times they fight. Over 120 rotations of the planet they are on. Remember these 4 battles, Jinan, the unbeliever says. Remember these 120 rotations. But Jinan knows this is blasphemy, and delivers the killing blow. That is all. I have heard of no such thing. If it exists, it is a shadow that the Great Serpent casts to deceive the faithless. Strength and conviction show your worthiness to the Great Serpent. The kill is not as important as showing there is no doubt. I grow tired of speaking. Leave me.
Okay. Nothing about Unity, Chief. By the House of Enlightenment.
Assuming all systems are nominal, we are ready to depart.
I kind of figured it would be a little closer than this, but hold on. Okay, whatever. Dumb. I feel like... it'd be closer to just go there. I don't know. I don't know, man. Still telling me to go to the spaceport, so I don't know. Kind of weird.
I am thankful these rides are quick. I do not like being in small, enclosed spaces with too many people I do not know.
I think I could live on coffee if I had to.
Okay.
Kill for a cup of coffee right about now.
Welcome to the House
Hello
of
there,
Enlightenment.
Andy.
If it's about the financial or food assistance programs, we are backlogged. Don't worry, we're doing everything we can. Oh, you're not.
It has
Sorry.
nothing to do with why I'm
Can I
here.
help you?
The Keeper sent me. But, let's just go
Did
straight to the
Keeper
point.
Aquilus send you? Oh boy. Listen, I've talked about this with him a ton of times, and there's no record of a Unity pilgrim. But since you both insist, our early records are mostly administrative. Humanitarian projects, group counseling notes, charity expenditures. But there is a series of exchanges the founding members recorded in a lot of detail. It's the closest thing I have to what Aquilus is describing.
Oh, let's hear it. I want coffee and donuts.
A
Let's hear
man
it.
walks into the first House of Enlightenment. The founding members just call him the Drifter. So they think he's a charity case at first, but no, the Drifter asks them a bunch of questions. If your philosophy is built on an individual's own morality, what about the second person? That second person might disagree. Isn't the problem of 2 what you're really looking for? And the founders respond, each individual must understand how the second person lifts them up. All of human effort is a story of cooperation pushing us forward. And it kind of goes on like that. He comes back every week for a year. Same conversation every time. Second person this, the problem of 2 that. Honestly,
Maybe
I
there's a
think the founding
hidden
members
message, a
made it all
secret.
up. There was a little more hesitation being openly atheist in the early days. I think they were experimenting with writing their own scripture. Fortunately, that got abandoned pretty quick. After the records of the Drifter end, you never see anything like it again. Besides what the Keeper would say about it, sounds like a gathering point, or a center. Or in mathematics, it would mean one, like the one, the first at the beginning.
Okay.
Always happy to help. If you'll excuse me, I've got a lot of aid efforts to coordinate.
I feel like we're just really not any closer to understanding what we're dealing with here. I feel like about all we can do is just keep gunning for more artifacts, you know? Really doesn't feel like there's much else we can do. So, this will do is precisely probably close enough. I like my jetpack. It's so fun. It's so fun. Alright, well.
Well, you're back. What did you learn? Was there something hidden in their stories, like we thought? Planets are often named by number. That second might mean the second planet in the system.
Maybe.
What else did you learn? If there really is a location the Pilgrim wanted us to find, those do sound awfully like coordinates. Was there
Maybe.
anything else?
Infinitum addendum.
Yes. What he added to infinity. Maybe that points to a name. If we're looking for his resting place, we'd need to know the name of the star system, wouldn't we? Let's see. We have something that could be coordinates. Something that could point to a planet in the system. But what's the name of the system? Infinitum addendum. What if we break down the parts? No systems named finite or add. That just leaves in and dumb. Well, that's
Dumb.
certainly how I feel.
Yep. I'm naming Dum Dum. That's funny.
Yes, that's it. The second planet in Indum, at 4 and 120. That's where you'll find the Pilgrim's resting place. And from there, maybe you'll find the true meaning of unity. Before you go,
Maybe.
you've now spoken to many different perspectives in our universe. In a way, you'll be carrying their philosophies with you on this journey. I know you're looking for a specific unity, but if you had to guess what it was, what interpretation would you give it? Ah, but what makes something like that holy? Gravity is also a force that brings things together. Should that be sanctified?
I don't know.
It is one of the great contradictions of belief. We feel the presence of something out there, but we insist that it is also everywhere. So you think this word unity describes that divine unknowableness that the pilgrim searched for? Well, I won't keep you any longer. This has been fun, I have to admit. Go, find your truth.
All right, well, let's see. Kingdom 2. Haven't been there yet.
Now that we are here.
I guess I have been here. It's kind of weird. Pilgrim's Rest. Oh, I've totally been here already. I was just here, actually, like, super recently. Within the last, like, probably half an hour. Pilgrim's Rest. Uranium deposit here.
Someone made a concerted effort to survive here, and yet it would seem it did not work out.
True. Well, what are we looking for? We really need to see if there's a way to get inside. Oh. Maybe that isn't so clear, but... Doesn't look like getting in is the play. Check out here. Maybe in the greenhouse. There is an industrial workbench. Ah. Last bit of peace. My mind is my own. If Unity has restored me much more. This time I act alone. Okay. Oh, there's more. There's more.
I I also wish to be prepared for any situation, but there are practical. Yes? If there's anything you need.
Oh. I am way overburdened. Kind of getting a brief overview of the Pilgrim here. Sounds like the dude was a fucking nutcase. Hold on. I found these books, but it doesn't seem to be the whole picture. May need to read these a bit more thoroughly here. Listed Monday, humans never ceases to amaze me. My worst instincts draw toward me towards a form of contempt, but I remember that I'm privy to that which they are not. I cannot and should not judge them for a lack of vision, when I know very well the blinders which obscure their sight. I once wore them myself, after all. I hope for their sake that they someday understand. Glad to be left alone. So here's the crux. To accomplish anything, I need to work with other people. I need assistance. As we work together, they ask questions. I can never help talking. It starts innocently enough. They want to understand how someone who believes in science can also believe in the divine. Or they have their own misunderstanding instilled by some borderline religious remnant. My weakness is my inability to let alone. I want them to understand, so I try gently to nudge their minds along the right path. And there are follow-ups and follow-wings. The trouble is I genuinely care for these people. It would be much easier if I didn't. Today in a soft voice, my assistant asked me if there's anything above the Unity. It was all I could do to keep from shouting that I could scarcely comprehend the misunderstanding that would lead to such a question. It was asked honestly, and I answered best I could, but even if my closest confidant here can fail to grasp the most basic of these truths, why am I bothering to explain any of it to any of them? Every word that drops from my mouth gets gobbled up, misheard, misremembered, misunderstood, and mistranslated before I can issue the slightest clarification. People are necessary, but people are madness. I attempted to withdraw to go off alone, commune with Unity in my own way. They followed. Of course they followed. At last, a bit of peace. Piece of peace. Is that anything? Is that funny? Why am I trying to be funny? Have they driven me mad at last? Is there a difference between writing to myself and talking to myself? The former certainly seems more acceptable than the latter. I recall again that my mind is my own, and that even if only it exists, that is sufficient for me to believe in anything else. The Unity has restored me once more. This time, I act alone for now. Myself is a formidable opponent. I should have expected as much, but vanity is thankfully not among my vices. Regardless, it turns out time spent in solitude. In my case, time of the very sick man or whatever it is I've become. I don't like this person. I was really hoping we would learn something here. Ah, jeez. I feel like I didn't learn anything. This dude obviously went fucking mad. fucking insane. But otherwise, I don't see anything else here. Alright, well, I guess in here maybe? Oh, okay, so there's a writing number 5. Yes. Find myself thinking about his various paths and my possible future. I imagine continuing on the road, acquiring more power, more knowledge, more development of myself. Passing to another world, begin the process anew. What's notable here, that road does seem gratifying. Every step is one of intrinsic reward, and I feel myself anticipating the pleasures and seeing a more contented version of myself in that future. Imagine if I took a different path, stopped running, stopped seeking to gather my own power, instead embraced the twinges of compassion I feel in my heart. Let myself care for the people who seem to gather about me whenever I try to work. If I simply lived and taught and perhaps brought others to the light and died, that road also seems gratifying. I also see a contented version of myself in that future. Here's the difference. When I stop thinking about glories I could achieve for myself, the pleasure fades nearly immediately. When I stop thinking about staying and building something, that feeling endures. Something more sustaining about it, more fulfilling. I don't know what the difference signifies, but I'm grateful for the time I've taken to notice.
Not everything in the galaxy needs to come with us, you know.
What is the unity? What is the burden? That people are necessary, but people are madness. Who is your most formidable opponent? Myself. Where does enduring contentment come from? Stopping and embracing compassion. You came here seeking the true meaning of unity. If you still wish to find it, there's one final piece of myself in the next dream. I found my own answer a long time ago, but not in the way I was expecting. I hope your journey gives you the truth. So he found himself at odds between continuing to, like, basically look for these artifacts and continue, you know, this whole process. Or just giving it up. Just living. I don't know what the correct answer is. I might never. Increasingly, though, I am comfortable with not knowing. The more I reflect on being here in this world and this time, the more I think it is precisely where I need to be. This time will be different. It won't be about me, so I won't have to run. I can actually build with something intent instead of scrambling to fix something that others create in my name. It'll be something beneficial. I'm leaving behind that other person. This world has no place for him. Let him die. Let me live to enlighten the blessed universe before me. You have found the end of my journey, but to know everything, you must find its beginning. On Hyla 2, the island hides the scorpion, and the scorpion's sting hides the truth. Interesting. I can't fast travel. I have too much shit. Hold on. I'm gonna just go ahead and drop some stuff because I'm too heavy. Fortunately, I'm not super heavy, but I'm heavy enough. So let's just drop like a couple things. I think you have to go to like neighboring systems first.
Greetings, pilot.
Or
This
you
is
can just
Jiro
jump there.
Sugiyama, head of Paradiso Security. I apologize for coming over this emergency channel, but we are in need of assistance concerning the large ship in orbit, and we value discretion in this matter. If you are willing and able, please see me as soon as possible in the main security office in Paradiso. Over now.
I don't care to be in this system at all, funny enough. And only 17 light years, you know. We're here.
Hydrocarbons in abundance.
All right.
Let us see how they have arranged themselves. That statue. Clearly some connection to the creature.
Wow, that's a cool looking lake.
What could it mean?
You don't see lakes very often. A lot of times it's just a bunch of fucking terrain. You gotta trace the constellation. This is just a giant fucking... Well, where's the Scorpius constellation? Because it doesn't look like it's here. Oh, I see. That's the con. Okay. Constellation, not the star system nemesis. 800 XP. Holy shit.
You found me. I knew I made the right choice in letting you go.
What do you mean?
Oh, please. Did you think I couldn't have found you again? Extinguished that little spark of competition for the artifacts before it grew stronger. I wanted to see what you would do, and I haven't been disappointed.
The true meaning of unity.
Now it's all starting to make sense. You should come aboard. There's another Starborn here who is very interested in meeting you.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
I can speak for myself. Constellation ship, you weren't invited to this meeting, but much of our conversation has been about you. It's only fitting you should join us.
Fair?
I will personally guarantee your safety as long as you come in peace.
And think of it as a ceasefire meeting. Your one shot at getting those answers you must desperately want.
A ceasefire meeting?
Not a bad description, actually.
We'll explain when we meet in person.
Yeah, who's the second
Let's
Starborn?
just say they're very dedicated to stopping me from getting the artifacts. So if you don't trust me, well, they're your next best bet.
You killed Sarah.
Encounters with our kind have not been pleasant, but we are here to talk, and you deserve answers.
Fine.
Good. See, we can all get along
You killed Sarah.
for now.
Bunch of shit. I love how their docks, you know, just so happen to be the same socket type as ours, you know? It's good stuff.
Hello. Again. Do you remember the emissary, perhaps? And their ship, the Helix? I believe they ambushed you above Neon and demanded that artifact you worked so hard to gain.
Thank you for the stellar introduction.
Yeah, I fucking beat your ass.
Is unprecedented. Before you came, we were just discussing how continued use of force against you is unwise.
All we ever wanted was to talk. You attacked us.
We did. We are not a monolithic people. The Starborn are individuals. Some are united in cause. Others are in it for themselves.
We are all in it for ourselves. Some of us are just more honest. The emissary threatened your ship, demanded you hand over your artifact. How is that so different from what I did?
We needed to warn you off. Every encounter with one of our kind could spell disaster.
For whom, exactly? I say whoever can collect them should.
Doesn't justify murder.
And who gets to say that? You? Me? The emissary? I have debated morality for near infinity, and all I have found are groups of people enforcing their will on others. Rules rules and laws spoken as principles, but backed by arms and violence.
Enough. We have more to discuss.
True,
The
true.
Unity. You are on the path to it. It is a place, a gateway. It is where we were reborn.
Reborn?
You've really come a long way since the Welcome to Constellation speech, haven't
The
you?
fuck?
I'm not who you think I am. This universe is only the first one you've been to. I've seen hundreds. Where I came from, I was the one who stayed at the lodge to protect the artifacts. You died on board the Eye while we
What
held
the
off
fuck?
the Hunter.
One of me, at least.
I
Multiverse.
collected the remaining artifacts.
Oops. Oh,
And they opened the way to the center of my universe, and the doorway to an infinite number of others. That is the Unity. When I stepped into it, I became a Starborn. It's how I've entered other worlds, including yours.
You're trying to keep people from it.
I have to. This is bigger than all of us. All the artifacts are needed to complete the armillary and open the way to the Unity. In every universe, the Starborn fight over them. Innocent people die. You've witnessed the power granted by the temples, the anarchy that can be unleashed. Someone has to decide who should get them.
Here it comes. The emissary tells you only the worthy should enter heaven.
You're twisting what I mean.
They're hypocrites. They use the chaos caused by the hunt for the artifacts to establish an order where they decide who's worthy. I attacked your lodge because I wanted the artifacts, and you held me off. You got away. That wasn't some morality play. You didn't survive because of righteousness. You won because of persistence, luck, and skill. As I have done countless times.
Countless times.
I was also human once. But what does it matter who or what I was when eternity is within your grasp?
What the fuck? That's the Keeper? Jeez.
You're learning. My other self wants you to walk the path he walks. To give up. To appreciate the universe you have. Easy for a person who's seen everything, done everything. I think you should see it for yourself.
You've never come this far. Not in all the universes I've seen. The path to the Unity is opening to you.
You're going to tip the scales one way or another. Better your hand be on one of our sides.
I'm not helping someone who murdered my friend.
Don't you understand what we're talking about? There's an infinite number of your friend out there in the multiverse. One is right over there. Besides, why fight me again when you don't have to?
I want a truce between all three of us. Give you some time to think over which approach to the Unity is the one you want. Mine, or the Hunter's.
Yes. Let's see how willing you are to live under someone else's rules. Just remember, one of us isn't trying to judge you.
This all just got really fucking ridiculous so fast. I kind of expected the whole multiverse thing was coming. But like, These two, the fucking Keeper and Sarah, Jesus, man. All right, is there any flavor text here? Spoken to the Starborn and learn the Unity is gateway to parallel universes. Should ask any other questions I have before I leave.
The Unity, the emissary, and their kind only want to control you. Whoever created the artifacts and built those temples is playing a game with us. One whose prize is access to the center of all creation. There are no rules. Whoever gets all the pieces wins. And I've won. Over and over. I don't kill for the Unity. I find the easiest pathway to it.
Why did you attack us?
I've simply found that it's the quickest way. Talking, forming alliances, waiting for the right moment to commit theft. It's all so tiresome.
That's fair.
You getting away has been the most interesting thing to happen in quite some time. As soon as I realized what had happened, I knew I needed to wait until this meeting with the emissary to decide what to do about you.
Why let me go?
To see what would happen, of course. You might not understand just how many times I've done this. Usually, you're the one who ends up dead, and whoever cries over your body goes on to become the emissary. Sometimes I manage to get you all bunched up and take care of the problem in one go. Sometimes the emissary has gotten to me first, and I never arrive. Hundreds and hundreds of variations of me, hacking through Constellation. And it's almost never you. You making it to your ship on your own. That's new. I took it as a sign.
Interesting.
I don't get many of those anymore.
Why is the emissary a
They
hypocrite?
enter the Unity, take artifacts from others, employ force. All the things I do. I am many things, but I would never tell anyone what to do with their gifts. That is your decision, not someone else's. The emissary wants to become the judge of who gets to enter, but the Unity itself doesn't judge.
You had this meeting because of me?
No, we always end up having this meeting at this time. But it's the usual affair. Can we make peace? No. Oh, how tragic. Honestly, I was beginning to wonder why I kept tending. And it's bad habit I started a long time ago. Perhaps I just like meeting the emissary to gloat. But you have provided something quite new to talk about. Maybe you're a random die roll. Or maybe the Unity is finally responding to all my hard work.
I'll tell you everything I can.
What about you?
I know we are not the same people we met in our universes. Still, it is good to see you again, old friend.
What happens?
It's not an easy experience to describe, but the Unity will speak to you. Offer you the chance to become Starborn. You will be leaving this universe behind to be reborn. Everything you were before will be gone. Maybe that's why it offers the choice. Compassion. Or is it testing us?
What was I like in your universe?
Different. I never know who you are when I meet a new version, but so much of you stays the same. It's hard. But each universe is precious in its own way. Mine will never have its original you in it again, as yours won't have its real me.
So you protect the artifacts? What's the deal?
You've seen the terror the Hunter causes. Every time a Starborn goes through the Unity, they get more artifacts, find more temples, gain more power. We can't let more like him abuse these gifts to destroy whatever's in their way.
But what is the armillary?
When all the artifacts are assembled, the device they create is called the Armillary.
Armillary,
In
sorry.
many ways, it's a model of the multiverse itself. Through it, you can reach the Unity. And from there, you can become Starborn.
Lot to think about.
Before you leave, I want to give you something. A way to another artifact, but also a lesson in how dangerous they can be. Seek the moon of Old Earth. There are secrets there you must discover for yourself. Here, to open the way. Yes, I will say no more. And I am sorry we have not always been forthcoming. I hope you will see what I have seen. You should also talk to your colleagues in Constellation. I am sure they have gathered more information on the remaining artifacts in the fringes of space. Part of me wonders what they will all say about what you have learned. But I will leave that to you.
This is all, just really getting crazy now. Alright. Well, let's just see here. Nova Galactic. I'm carrying too much. This dude, come on, man. Give me a break. I'm gonna drop some aluminum. Just try to. Drop some mass, you know. Aluminum's a common resource, so. All right, Nova Galactic. We're going. Gotta undock first. Here we go. The Nova Galactic Chief. What's it say? Voltaire. Research team, Voltaire's highly proprietary supercomputer being used in Project Prism. It's not meant for personal projects. Yes, it's using to see just how many decimal points it can calculate, how many bits of encryption it can brute force, or whether you can simulate table tennis with perfect aerodynamic simulation, but there will be time for that later. For now, I need everyone concentrating on hitting our deadline. New aerospace technology should be more than enough to keep anyone from being bored. We're happy to announce that the first test launch of Project Prism will be held today. Suit up, join us on the roof. Sync all watches to EDT. Our partner will be on radio for the launch. Jesus.
It would seem that the occupants left in a hurry. Hopefully for no reason we need to be concerned about.
Engine spin-up time almost complete. Total time 5 minutes 22 seconds. Right on schedule.
How are the helium-3 valves holding, Nova?
We double-checked the leakage concerns this morning before the launch. All signs green.
Any changes to the calculation sequence from Voltaire?
No changes since we uploaded the last figures yesterday. It's a clean shot from here to Jupiter.
One day the computer will be on board the spaceship. Just imagine that.
One miracle of science at a time, Canaveral.
Strange
Counting
to be
down.
standing on
5,
such a unique
4,
bit of history.
3, 2, 1. Canaveral, are you reading?
All clear, Nova. Indicators look good. The ship should be cruising Jupiter's orbit right now. Visual confirmation will be possible in 32 minutes. Afraid the speed of light is on the slow side these days.
How does it feel to break the laws of physics, Canaveral?
This must be.
Pretty excited down here.
This must be when they first did their first grav drive jump.
Where you got the original data?
Not in a million years, Nova.
Assalon. Oh, we're going to Cape Canaveral? Oh, shit. You on the moon? You can get fucking... You can get as high as you want. It's crazy. We're going to Florida, Chief. Oh, wow.
To think that towers like this were once absolutely essential to ensuring our survival. And now here they are, buried and forgotten. Perhaps an elevator will allow us to access what lies beneath all this dust.
Gotta figure out how to get there. Really? I can't get inside that way? That's dumb. Oh, I guess this.
Never know whether lives were lost because this ship never launched. It seems the only thing do not like the cold. Stiffens the joints, lowers reaction times.
Probably needs a power cell, right? Power required. Where? Where?
Whoever once used this room probably never could have imagined all that has happened.
Launch procedures. Final vitals and suit seal checks are essentials. Yes, we've come a long way as far as tolerances, yet the number of people cleared for launch is much higher than it used to be, but these people's lives are still in our hands. I know there's rumors that the next launch is slated to be canceled, but let's not have that be on us. Assume it's go time every time. Your professionalism was what makes space travel just a little bit safer.
Station log. Dr. Judith Tatian. The recent delivery from Mars is unsettling. I was expecting rock samples or maybe fossils of microbial life. Instead, Dr. Victor Isa comes with 2 members of the military. Station log. Dr. Judith Tatian. I've been trying to cozy up to Dr. Isa, Victor, to see what is going on. His team has completely commandeered one of the labs with station log. Dr. Judith Tatian. I have never been so nervous since I defended my dissertation. 4 hours talking to Victor and his team about
shit got crazy.
Atomic bonding, even a half-hour divergence into magnetism that I'm pretty sure was just to throw me off the trail of what we were actually talking about. Then I got to see the lab. I don't know how much I should say, but the periodic table just got thrown out the window.
The periodic table, huh? Oh, we're inside the NASA museum, chat. This is pretty cool. Oh, that's funny. NASA partnered with Nova Galactic, the creators of the Voltaire supercomputer, on an ambitious aerospace project to pull gravity itself. The result is the first spacecraft capable of faster than light travel. The first successful voyage saw astronauts reaching Jupiter in moments what would have previously taken years. Wow. One of the first ever grav drives, chat. We're seeing it right here. Big dose of Lauren here, Chief. Ooh.
I just don't understand where these calculations came from.
There's something wrong with the math? I think it's quite straightforward.
That's not what I'm asking. We've had no success extracting even a sample of material from the object. No explanation for the gravitational effects. No motion graph to explain its harmonic frequencies. I can't even establish a melting point.
Judith.
But you've had me building these prototype colliders for months. And now you want me to pump helium-3 into it based on this equation you've written on a goddamn napkin?
I just need you to trust me.
Now would be a good time to reprioritize what we bring with us and what we
slamming our
leave
heads
behind.
against a brick wall,
Or
getting
sell.
nothing. And
Or
you keep
throw
coming
away.
up with something new to try. Like, you know what's going to happen. Where are you getting your information, Victor?
I'm sorry, Judith. Look, not here, okay? Somewhere off base. I'll tell you everything. But I'm not lying, okay? We're going to discover something important here.
Planetary habitats.
I promise.
The looks on their faces if we could show them all that we have learned. This facility covered quite a range of disciplines, but I must not been kind to it.
Yeah, looks like it. Oh, what the f... Need to find a way back. Oh, come on. Jeez. So tedious to get everywhere in this building. It's like, oh, there's a fucking collapsed thing here, a cave there. This is a cool area, though. I like all the stuff that we're seeing. Uh-oh. I'm too heavy. This sucks. Jeez. That was dirty. I'm not taking any damage from running while encumbered. I'm not sure what I did, but definitely happening. I keep thinking I'm on the moon, but I'm not. Check all badges. No phones. Archives damaged.
Project log. Dr. Victor Isa. We turned on the prototype today. The gravitational field around it began to fold as we long suspected. Completely complete reversal of gravitational pull was observed on dozens of loose objects around the lab. I'm setting up a meeting with the directors to propose a larger test. The prototype proves we don't need the original anymore.
Project log. Dr. Judith Tatien. I watched the gravjite tests from the moon today. It was the first time we were able to talk to the team at Nova Galactic directly. So many things were under wraps before, but now everyone wants all the publicity they can get. I'm already seeing proposals for manufacturing androids of drives. Expeditions.
It seems like there's a lot of like ethical concern around manipulating gravity.
It could take years, decades, before we know what all the side effects of operating a grav drive can be. But no one wants to hear that right now. Like a bunch of pioneers racing towards the edges of the frontier without knowing about the grizzly bears in the mountains.
Shit. Why is there... Oh... Like this grav thing is turned on. Oh, there's Victor. How is he still even remotely alive, though? What the... Or not alive, but like his fucking body's like perfectly preserved. Jeez. Careful when running power through the prototypes to kill our loose objects.
I never actually got to visit your labs back when we were working on the grav drive projects.
Seems like ancient history now. Only thing we're doing these days is launching weather satellites.
Guess this is as good a retirement as any. Now, Project Demeter, you want our help manufacturing scanners to better track these new meteorological patterns we're seeing.
Our guess is that the poles might be naturally shifting, causing some gravitational fluctuations that are throwing off our old models.
Why do you need the scanning tolerances to be so small? What are you trying to find?
I just want to be sure. It's not like we're doing much these days anyway. The glory days are over. Why not give ourselves
I think they killed the planet.
Before they write us off in the history books?
Yeah. It looks like maybe the people using this grav drive shit are like fucking up Earth.
Satellites is very clear. It's the grav drives.
All those jumps from the moon. At this rate, Earth's atmosphere is going to start.
Yeah. They hinted at this earlier in the game, but they're like making it super clear now.
I'm working on some designs that should discreetly solve the problem. Under the guise of an emergency update to the fueling pumps.
We're talking about the end of Earth, and you're trying to be subtle about it.
Judith, the last thing we need is people losing faith in grav drive technology. That might be our only option.
To what? Are you seriously saying we should abandon Earth?
The timeline is under 50 years. A blink of an eye for a planet, but more than enough time for a human exodus.
And what do we tell people?
We say it's an act of God, one that science has found a solution for. Time for humanity to take its place in the stars.
You knew, didn't you? You lied to me. All this
That's
time.
fucked up.
I dedicated my life to this.
My name is Dr. Victor Isa. And if you're listening to this, then you probably already know the truth. I was young when I first headed the retrieval team of an odd gravitational anomaly on Mars. But I kept what really happened that day hidden from everyone except one other person. Even she didn't believe me at first. But I have no reason to lie to anyone now, so I hope you'll accept this confession, whoever you are. When I touched the anomaly, I experienced 12 days of lost time.
12
I met
days.
myself. He told me everything that has since come true. The grav drive equations, the tests on the moon, Earth's atmosphere sputtering away because of what we had done. But he also told me about a city.
This is important
thriving
lore,
on
chat.
a planet orbiting a distant star. Human culture, art, music, lifestyles evolving and shining brightly across all of space. What price would I be willing to pay for that future? Maybe you don't believe me. Maybe Judith was right and I'm just a coward who wants to believe his mistakes were justified. But everyone has forgotten about the real origins of the grav drive, this artifact from Mars. I hope you make better use of it than I did. My name is Dr. Victor Isa. And if you're listening to this, then you probably already know the truth. I was young when I first headed the retrieval team of an odd gravitational anomaly on Mars. But I kept what really happened that day hidden from everyone except one other person. Even she didn't believe me at
I gotta
first.
figure out how to get in there.
But I have no reason to lie to anyone now, so I hope you'll accept this confession. Whoever you are.
I have no idea how to get in there.
When I touched the anomaly, I
gotta be a doorway somewhere.
lost time. I met myself. He told me everything that has since come true. The grav drive equations, the tests on the moon, Earth's atmosphere sputtering away because of what we had done. But he also told me about a city thriving on a planet orbiting a distant star.
In there.
Human culture, art, music, lifestyles evolving and shining brightly across all of space.
All
what
of
price would I be willing
space.
to pay for that future? Maybe you don't believe me. Maybe Judith was right and I'm just a coward who wants to believe his mistakes were justified. But everyone
I
has
need to play that
forgotten
file
about
again,
the
chat.
real origins of the grav drive, this artifact from Mars. I hope you make better use of it than I did.
I actually don't know how to... I don't know how to get in there. Doesn't seem like the way.
How quickly can you get that done?
Pretty quickly. Wow, I love how... Okay, this is just silly. Dude, what? Oh my god, where? How do I get in here? Maybe this way? Please tell me this is it. Please. Oh my god. Dog. Dog. It just keeps going. I don't even think this is the right way either. Jeez. gotta be this, right? Thank goodness.
Installation. We've arrived on the surface of Earth. We need to discuss what you found.
And it looks like other Starborn got here before us. So, you might have company.
Let me guess, it's locked. No.
Is this persistence or foolishness? Eclipse them! Open eternity!
Gotta get the hell out of here, dog. Of course, power is required. There better be a fucking power cell over here, dude. Goodness. There's so many. Oh god, this guy is fucking hungry, dude. I'm so dead, dude. I'm so dead. Digipicks for this. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the hell is this? Why are they doing this to me? Why?
Your hunt here. Your eternity here. You are not chosen.
Alright, hold on. Let me go back to the aid thing again. Yeah, there's a bit of a problem. I don't have any fucking picks, dude, so why would you send me up here? Can I go through here? No. See? So why would you do this to me? Did you pick? Well, what do you know? What do you know? I should have thought about that. Any chance there's another digipick in here? Ha 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 ha. I have to reload. I fucked up. So there's 4. Seven on this one. Oh, God damn it. Oh, boy. Try it again. Not that one. That one. Oh, we'll get shit out. 7 total. Is there a set that does this one? Yes. There you go. 1 times F5 to save, because I don't want to do that shit again. Confused for a moment. Wow. That is so cool, man. Alright, I think it's just this, actually.
We are the worthy. Everything ends.
Don't look like Tarkov. I can tell you this is nothing like Tarkov from what we've played, but...
Do you understand now why I asked you to come here? The artifacts unlocked the secret of interstellar travel, at the cost of Earth.
An easy trade, honestly. Why have one world when you can have all the settled systems?
I don't quite understand.
Every grav drive in the settled systems was built on
I
technology
do understand.
that came from an artifact that was discovered on Mars. But these early drives shook the gravity field surrounding Earth. Eventually, the atmosphere started to slowly sputter away into space. That's why Earth is uninhabitable. The artifact gave the scientists a greater understanding of time and space, but not the wisdom to see where that would lead.
The settled systems wouldn't exist without the artifacts, in other words. We owe what happened here in NASA a great debt.
I will say... It sucks that Earth didn't make it, you know? But... let's think about our species for a second. In a few hundreds of thousands of years, if that, we can't stay here. Like IRL, right? We can't stay here. One of a few things is going to happen if we stay here. The first thing is, like, we just fucking kill ourselves because of nuclear war and just the threat of nuclear weapons in close proximity and nations and all that stuff. We're too close to it, you know? That's the human nature side of it. The second thing is Yellowstone National Park. That super volcano at Yellowstone, literally, if that ever erupts while we're still here, it's over. Like, and the thing is, it's overdue, right? And that's kind of a scary thought because it's like, I think it's like every 600,000 years or so, Yellowstone erupts, and it's been about 600,000 years. So if that happens, we're fucked. And the more obvious threat, eventually, the sun's gonna burn out. And it's gonna swell up into a red giant, and it's gonna consume Earth with it. Not only is it gonna evaporate all of the water in Earth, it's gonna warm the temperature up. It's going to swell to the point where it literally consumes the Earth. We can't stay here. Like, so now, obviously, that was a long way away based on the relativeness of, like, you know, the 2000s, but I think the concept of sacrificing Earth for grav drives, the idea is, like, we can't stay here anyway. Like, we have to go to the stars someday. And maybe we're here on Earth right now because we have to be, right? We don't have the technology to leave. But I think this is honestly a very interesting thought because in the grand scheme of things, we really can't stay here. If we care about our survival beyond that of, you know, just a singular era, right? We have to look to the stars for our future, because if we can't get there somehow, we're never going to make it. Like, it's already over. And we're doomed to the fate of our planet in a few million years. Well, a few billion years, but now, maybe prolonging that, maybe it wasn't the right time, right? Maybe we accelerated that a little fast, but this is kind of a difficult thing to respond to. Because the harsh truth is that eventually we have to leave Earth if we want to survive. Look, they destroyed an entire planet to have access to grav drives, like, more or less early, and it seems like the grav drives now aren't like that, so I'm going to say this.
Assuming we weren't going to lose it anyway.
He's saying
War,
exactly what I just said.
Disease, famine, all the classics.
Don't you see? The power of the artifact forced humanity to the stars. They didn't get to make a choice. How many would have chosen Earth? What gave Victor Isa the right to choose for them?
You see the hypocrisy in what the emissary is saying, right? They don't want to rob people of their free will, but then they steal the artifacts for themselves.
In the wrong hands, the power of the artifacts can make anyone a tyrant. That's why we watch over them. The only thing you're watching out for is yourself.
You're both wrong.
Don't be a fool. The emissary and I may have our differences, but you do not want to give us a common enemy.
For once, he's right. Don't do this. We can collect the final pieces together.
I mean, funny enough, the hunter killed my friends. I'm definitely not siding with the hunter. All right, let's make shit interesting. We'll side with the emissary.
Well, can't say I didn't try. We'll settle this at the usual place.
The buried temple. We'll be there.
You're lucky I'm a man of my word. I'll see you there.
4,500 XP, good lord.
You must have questions about what happens next. We won't be able to go to the buried temple right away. There are still other artifacts out there in the settled systems that haven't been gathered. You'll need to work with your colleagues in Constellation to find them.
Why can't we go to the buried
All
temple?
the other artifacts need to be gathered before the final one will reveal itself.
Oh.
I'll be bringing mine. The hunter will be bringing his. And you'll need to bring the rest. All of the ones Constellation can find.
Are you coming with me?
I'll meet you in orbit above the buried temple. We'll face what's there together.
We attack the hunter now.
He and I have made a number of agreements over the years, if you can even call them years at this point. We let him go. In exchange, he'll wait at the buried temple. You'll be able to prepare any way you can before then.
What is the buried
There's
temple?
always a final artifact in a specific temple. The hunter and I agreed that whomever you sided with, the other would wait there. Expect anything and everything. Other starborn, human mercenaries, and defenses, alien creatures under mind control.
Oh,
It's
jeez.
all fair game.
All right. That was a lot of XP. Holy shit. We have 3 skill points. Wow. Okay. What do we do? What do we do? So we could actually take this starship design all the way up. That was a pretty intense quest. Carrying too much. My ship should just be out here. Uh, 500 meters. Sure. Guess we can run there. I think we're nearing the end of the main quest chat, but I think I may end up saving that until tomorrow. Because it's noon and I really got to get to bed if I want to keep my sleep schedule intact. I think what we'll do to wrap up the day. Actually, no, I'm not gonna do anything else today. I'm just gonna get back to my ship and try to at the very least, just offload my inventory. Giga ship. To the cockpit. And I don't know what we're gonna do here, but guess we'll go. We'll just go to Jemison. New Atlantis. See what we can do. Really need to offload some stuff.
Anything?
But it's a bit. Oh, the vendor doesn't even have any fucking credits. All right, we'll figure this out tomorrow. We'll figure it out tomorrow. This is a great spot to stop. So thank you all so much for tuning in. Trey, thank you for the raid. Those of you that stuck around from the Trey raid, I appreciate it. I think we're gonna finish the main story tomorrow. We might play a little bit more after and just kind of fuck around. We'll see. But I've been having a great time with the game. I think it's a fantastic game. If you guys haven't had a chance to check it out, you guys should definitely do so. It is on Game Pass. If you want to wait until it comes out in a few days, you can do that. Or if you would prefer to get early access, I think it's like $30 or $35 for the upgrade on Game Pass. And that's just a one-time thing that you pay to get early access, and you get the deluxe edition stuff. So, but yeah, thank you all so much for tuning in. If you guys enjoyed the stream, be sure to follow. I do stream every day here on Twitch, and I usually start up right around midnight, and I usually stream until whenever in the morning. But there is my socials. This will probably be going up on my archives channel. So check out that YouTube channel as well. That's probably where my full playthrough will go. But yeah, again, thank you all again. I will be back tonight. And until then, guys, take care of yourselves. We'll see you then.